What up, YouTube? It's your boy, Khalil the Mechanic. Of course, back with some more content for y'all. And this video is specifically going to be for my brothers and sisters and mothers and fathers and all the other good stuff in this Facebook group, LS4 Nation, because I know I've been waiting for this for a while and ain't nobody made a video yet. I'm sorry if my voice sounded a little funny. I messed around and caught a cold the other day. But whatever. But I got it here. G Nasty, of course. I'm gonna be showing you how to convert this basic little fender vent into a blinker and daytime running light. So depending on what you find online, you can pretty much do any color that you desire or find, but mine, they run white. Let's see if I can turn it on real quick. All right, so it runs white like that, and then it's supposed to blink when you throw the blinker on, but that's why I'm making this video, because I'm about to take it all apart and redo it because I wasn't as experienced with wiring at the time. So I think it's failing me, but I'm gonna show you how it blinks on the other side real quick. So you got the turn signal down there, and then we got that blinking there as well. So I'm about to show you how to make that happen real quick. So I will be dropping a link in the description of the one that I bought off Amazon, if I can find it, but I'm gonna do some research for y'all and find that post on Facebook from forever ago where the guy dropped the link, because I think I had a different Amazon account at the time, but I want to say they're like $10 or $15, something super cheap, and you really don't need anything to make this happen. You just need a flathead screwdriver or some type of plastic trim tool to help you get this out. You will need some glue because we have to take that little thing apart and put it back together. Some wire strippers, shrink tube, which is preferred, but you can go the route I went that has me redoing this again with just electrical tape, and 10mm socket and ratchet, and I think that's it. But if there's anything else that we need throughout the job, of course I'll be here to let you know. All right, so in order to get this out, there's a couple routes you can go, but the easiest route is the most dangerous route, of course. Got a flathead screwdriver here. I'm not gonna do it because I just tried it before I started the video, and as you can see, this is where I have it glued back together right there. You can kind of see the glue, and when I try and pry it out, it's wanting to separate it, but mine are already done, so I don't need to take this part out. But what you can do is just get a screwdriver in here and keep the blade on the plastic so that you're not scratching the paint. See, I got a stupid scratch right here from somebody else. Or what you can do is stick it inside of a rag, something like that, and then pry at it if you're scared to mess the paint up. Or whatever plastic trim tool you can get to be able to get this out. It's like something here and something here and something here that snaps it into place, but no screws or bolts or anything. Cool, that part is that. Bird shit, like why are you shitting purple? Now here, for our 10mm socket and ratchet, you gotta take the headlight assembly apart. Just gonna take this bolt all the way out. It should be self-explanatory. If you've been on this channel long enough, you've probably watched me take this headlight out a billion times. And if you own this vehicle, you should know how to take this headlight out. This is pretty much as simple as it gets nowadays for headlight removals. Before they started making cars where you had to take the entire bumper off for a freaking headlight. Pull that up, get this out. That's out just like that. Now we're gonna unplug the harness just so that it's not hanging or has the risk of falling. And now I'm gonna go get the tripod. All right, so you can do this how you want to do it, but I say the easier way is just to take the whole entire assembly out of the car so that you can work elsewhere and not be in this little tight space down here. But you just want to twist your blinker and take it out. And then I'm not sure if there's something that's supposed to be right here that I took off in the past, I don't remember, but I see that I can do it. You just reach your arm down here, you want to twist the fog light bulb and take it out. right, I just unplugged it. And then you got this plug here. That comes out. And then you can get your fog light / turn signal assembly out. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. I don't care if this fog light hits anything because it's definitely damaged right now. I got new ones coming in the mail tomorrow. So just let that rest there. And bring this mess somewhere up here. And now I am going to show y'all the magic. Well, I just ended up doing y'all a favor. I forgot what colors were what on here that would connect to here. So I was trying to take it off. And like I said before, the glue is coming off. So this part just came off. So now I'll be taking this off. But it's easy now. I could just use these and pop it out. All right, so yeah, I was right. There's a clip here and here, 2 up here, and 1 right here. So I'm gonna start with these bottom ones. I completely forgot about that. All right. I'm really pissed that little part just broke off, but things happen, right? This thing is starting to look bad. I wonder if this is why. Yeah, that's not good there, so I'll be buying another one of... Oh, wait. Yeah, I'll be buying another harness because this thing here is fried. Just about fried right there. So this part here is pretty simple. I forgot that this thing was not very long, so you will have to drill a hole here so that the strip can fit inside, unless you can get it to kind of go all the way up. And I have the wire coming through one of the clips right here, which is not horrible because it's not anything pinching it, like it's super loose. You see it going back and forth, so that's cool. Now I do have these stuck in here with the 2-sided tape that it comes with. So what you want to do is give this a good scrub with alcohol first so that it sticks, because if not, over time this will just fall out, which I mean, it's not bad because it's going to be inside of here, but you know, if you want to keep that uniform look, then clean the hell out of it before you stick it on there. Okay, now this here is what I was talking about. This is me some time ago where I used all this electric tape. So let's take that off. Can't believe I got sick. Like, actually, you know what? While I'm about to do this now, let me see if I can find another one of these to buy real quick. So you got 3 colors here that comes off your LED strip. You got black, red, and yellow. So one thing for sure that I know about wiring that goes for pretty much 99.9, if not 100% of things, black is always the ground. So usually you match black up with black, so that leaves you with 2 wires. And this is pretty common sense for me. You kind of got to use your knowledge. I believe that red is the regular running light, the white one, and yellow is the blinker. And then when you get up here, let's figure out what do I have going to what. So we got our yellow wire, which comes up here, and of course I got it all mixed in so we can't see it. So I was right. Yellow is the blinker, and yellow taps in with your blue wire here. And then the red one, which is the runner light, this one here, taps in with your brown wire. So that's what you got to do. I'm about to take these off, the electrical tape, and reinstall it, or re-put it together, reassemble it with shrink tube, which is definitely more reliable. Doesn't allow moisture to get in, which is not my problem here. No moisture got in, but it's definitely not the cleanest. Freaking hate taking tape off, it's so sticky. And that's a good sign here. No corroding, which means no moisture and stuff got inside. But I'm gonna check this side, because this is the side that may be exposed to more weathering. Because if it's good, I'm just gonna snip these wires and reuse them. Can't believe it's so nice outside. I should be riding my motorcycle instead of doing this. All right, so I'm gonna just start fresh with these. Just snip them and restrip them. Snip right there. Cut this about right there. Let's get a little more. Strip the 3 of these. One thing you can always do if you're not sure what's what, this is what I do for pretty much everything, just to test stuff out as I go. I'll get a battery, like a 9-volt battery, or the battery to my power drill or something. I'll stick the black on the negative side, because like I said, black is always negative. And then I'll stick the other wire on the other side of the drill and see what happens with what I'm working with. But it's not the best thing to always do, because you know, power difference sometimes, depending on what it is you're working with. It might fry something, so pick and choose your battles. So that's where the shrink tube comes into play. I'm gonna do one at a time, of course. I'm gonna start with the black one. Just gonna slide that on there. And we're gonna do the other side, because that's a bit short. That is black. I'll twist these two together. Slide that over that. And then we're gonna heat it up until it closes up. Get nice and hot. Watch it shrink. One down, 2 to go. All right, so the yellow goes with blue. Same thing, we're gonna get us some shrink tube. Slide that on there, just like that. Tap the yellow with the blue. The only thing I hate about stuff like this is the different wire gauges. Like, one side is super thin, which makes it not my favorite. That's done just like that. Then the last one is brown, which of course will go to red. I guess I should also mention, if you're on a budget, you don't necessarily have to use a heat gun. I believe a hair dryer may get the job done, but if not, I've seen people do it before. They'll use a lighter and just use the heat and it'll get the job done just as well. And that's that. Then I'm just gonna tape these together just so it keeps it from anything snugging and coming apart in the future. But it shouldn't, because the heat shrink tube is, or shrink tube and whatever it's called, squeezes on this stuff ridiculously tight. Start right here where it's black. Now that there is nice and secure. Sweet. Then we're just gonna go ahead and clean this part up a bit. This is unacceptable nowadays for me. I'm also gonna zip tie these, make it a little better. Use another cough drop. So that looks a lot more clean than what we had going, well, not we, but what I had going on before. So only thing that's left to do is glue this back together. Can't remember what glue I used. Probably just some Gorilla Glue or whatever, but something that you don't mind letting sit for at least like a day, just to allow it to cure. Because last thing you want is to be going down the street and for whatever odd reason that little cap flies off. If you own this car, you know pretty much everything is getting harder and harder to find nowadays. So do yourself a favor, let that dry for some time, and yeah. So only things left that you want to do is plug it up and test it out before you're going to pop all this stuff back in and find out something is wrong. But it shouldn't be, because you watched this video. See, I was smart. I put bulb grease in here some time ago. So that's on. Why is this not on? All right, so I just re-looked over all my wiring. Of course, I did make a mistake. I ended up taking apart where I had all this tape. I did mix up the black and red, which is very important, obviously. So I'm about to flip this around, and then these lights should come on. All right, so I did flip the black and red wire, and that did fix my problem. So the little fender light right there is now lighting up. I'm gonna throw the blinker on. It's gonna blink with it, and that's that. So I'm about to get this all put back together. I don't think you need me anymore for that. I'm gonna keep this video short, because that's the type of person I am. I like videos that get to the point, show me what I need to do, and get the fuck up out of there. So that being said, I'm out. Y'all have a good rest of y'all day. Drive safe, of course, and thank you for watching.